everyone, today I'm looking at the 2447 from Milwaukee. That's if you're in the US. If you're not in the US, it may be called the M12 BST. BST standing for Brushed Stapler. And in case you're not aware, this is what Milwaukee batteries look like in this part of the world. Straight out of the box in the hand, it feels quite good. Like it's fairly solid. Doesn't feel like a cheap piece of junk or anything, although the TPE overmolding is rather sticky and horrible feeling. But yeah, doesn't feel too bad. The metal parts of the tool feel a little bit flimsy, but it's a stapler, you know, it's not like a heavy duty tool that's gonna need a big chunk of metal in it. They've even put rubber overmolding, TPE overmolding, over the metal on the bottom here to stop you from damaging things, presumably, or to stop the metal from looking rusty, something like that. It's got a belt hook that can go on either side. It's handy. I'll be using that very shortly. It's got the usual M12 4 lights for the fuel gauge, and it's got an adjustment dial here which seems to just keep going forever and ever. That's to set the depth of your staple. To actuate the machine, you push the tip down. When the tip's down, you pull the trigger, it fires a staple. Leave your finger on the trigger, like so. Every time you depress the tip, it will fire a staple. So two modes, bump mode and full sequential mode. It fires 140 series staples. They are 10mm across or 3/8 of an inch, and it takes from 6mm to 14mm in length. Right, that's about all there is to it. I've got a ton of staples here and a box of strapping. I've got a lot of staples to fire, so let's go see if this thing is any good. Don't like that too much. It's struggling a little bit to get through this PVC and into the timber. I forgot to video stapling the strapping on. Anyway, I've done the strapping on the roof, and putting up the building paper might be a job for another day because the wind is starting to pick up. Just as I say that, it dies away. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully she isn't going to blow around too much on me. Right, so I'm guessing you are getting the gist of it now. Building paper, strapping. Let's take a look at the staples a bit closer up just to see how well they go in, eh? So how much does it weigh with a 6 Ah battery and half a clip of staples in it? 1.87 kgs. Not too bad, I suppose. Now, looking at what I just did, those first three seated down quite nicely. Once I started picking up the pace, you'll notice they get a bit more erratic. It takes quite a while to fire an actual staple, so you sort of need to push it down. Make sure you just hold it down as tight as you can. Pull the trigger. Don't try and do it too quick like you might do with a nail gun, because yeah, it can't handle it, as you can see. One of those ones from the rapid fire sticking up, that one I just did, down nicely. And firing it through some cavity closer. As long as you hold it down tight on the right angle, works no problem. I had a few issues with them holding up a little bit, but some of them I couldn't quite get on the right angle, and it's now locked out because there's only 5 staples left. Let's talk about that for a second. The annoying thing about it locking out with 5 left is when you take it, open it up like this, sometimes they slide around and move and end up on the wrong angle, and then it's a pain to get the next one in. It's a little thing, I know, but I'd rather it, locked out when it got to none, and then you just chuck a whole clip in. But you go to chuck a clip in sometimes and it catches on the other one jams up. So just something to be mindful of. This is a bamboo composite board. Has a little bit of trouble on the deepest setting there to get those in. Let's wind it right back out. Now I don't know how long this will take because this thing seems to just go and go and go and go and go. If we take a look at this little box between the minus and the plus symbol here, you'll now see it's red, meaning it ain't gonna fire quite so good. So there you go, staples not going in. If you want them to go in deep, you need to make sure that square is black and not red. I am now going to, in real time, wind this all the way down. Start counting. You might want to go get a drink or something. It's not the most comfortable thing to turn either. Now you can see the black coming into effect. And after about another 250 turns, we will be at the full depth. I'm getting tired. Oh, good for the finger and the thumb and the carpal tunnel and stuff like that. Oh. Keep going. Come on. Come on, nearly. Come on. Go on. Are we going to make it? Still going. There we go. Full depth. I'm actually surprised the full depth isn't a bit more powerful, because even on the pine sometimes it doesn't always sink the nails. Staples, I mean. Working pretty good there. But I've been using it for building paper. I'm about to go and do the roofing paper, and I have been using it for strapping. Yeah, and it's super handy. It's nice having a cordless stapler, that's for sure. I have injured myself before with good old-fashioned ones, doing them hundreds and hundreds of times until a tendon went in my arm. Yes, and I will never use one of those staplers ever again. So I'm going to go play with it for a few more days, and then I will get back to you with my final wrap-up. Missed. It's hard stapling and holding the camera at the same time. I'll show you when it's done. Well, that's that job just about taken care of. Works fine. So where are we up to? Well, I've been using it with the 2 amp hour. Actually, I'll just see if it fires the staples as deep with that battery. Give me a second. Where's my bit of wood? There it is. Around still. That's good. Let's try this. Yep, didn't feel any issue when I was using it just now outside, and yeah, just as good as the 6 amp hour. So that's good to know. Do you want to see it in the bamboo? What did I do with that? Why is that not? Oh, that's down there. Yeah, pretty much the same as all the others. So you don't need a big battery. What else is there to tell you about this stapler? I told you it was bump fire, eh? Hold your finger on the trigger and just tap away, and it just fires every time the pin actuates the tool. Yeah, that's about it. It's a good little tool. I don't have any other staplers here at the moment to test it against. I was going to test it against my corded one, and I looked around for it and remembered my mother's got it. So yeah, can't do that. But I know that one has more recoil than this. The recoil on this is pretty good. It's better than all the cheap cordless staplers I've tried. I've used the Makita one a lot, but I haven't used it for a long time, and I can't remember sort of what that feels like anymore. But I do know the Makita takes much larger staples, up to 22mm. This one only goes up to 14mm. But yeah, it's a good little unit and perfect for what I am doing at the moment. It's fine for, strapping and building paper and that sort of thing. And you could use it for upholstery stuff and other general stapling needs. I'm sure it will come in handy for lots of things over its life. Hope How long that life will be, who knows. Anyway, that is the Milwaukee 10mm crown stapler, or 3/8 of an inch. And yeah, good little tool. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on another one in a few more days. And better get up to reviewing what's in the big box there. Cheers, guys.